Steve from Florida here. I'm in Alafia, Florida, and I'm standing in front of the old Hopewell Church. And I'm guessing this has got to be at least 100 years old. It's hard to tell, only because it doesn't have a marker or any dates or anything on it. But there is also a cemetery behind it. Maybe that'll give us some clues. So let's walk around the side here of it and see. You can still see the old stained glass windows, but I'm going to give you a much better look at the stained glass on the other side. They've covered the stained glass up with plexiglass so it can't get ruined, which is very smart. Unfortunately, it's not open. It is locked. So you can see stained glass. Really cool looking, and you can see if you catch it right with the sun shining through it. It's kind of cool. There you go. Look at how the sun's coming through the stained glass. That's pretty cool. We'll walk around, and as most cemeteries back in this time period, as you know, had cemeteries either very near them or on the same property, and this one is no different. So it's literally right behind the church. Now, I will point out this cemetery is still being used, so I can see some new ones here, but let's see if we can find out any indication here of how old this church might be based on some of the markers. I see one here from 1912 to start things off. So we're at least back in the we're in the early 1900s. Now here's 1914, 1920. There's Woodsman's of the World right there, as you can always find in these older cemeteries. And there's the back of the church. I see some unique headstones in here. And some definitely some old ones. 1919, so there's 1904, so for sure the cemetery or the church is at least from the early 1900s. And actually some of these newer headstones have been replaced, because that says 1925 and it's a newer headstone. They've replaced it. Here's 1904, and you can see this is a brand new headstone, so they've redone some of this. So here's another old one here, 1915, 1939. So you know what? Now that I'm looking around, a lot of these that are 1918, 1937, they actually have redone this cemetery. That is very interesting. That's the first time I've seen that. All of these new headstones are all still dated. Look, 1953, 1918. Here's an old one here. Here's one 1985, but here 1934. But look, it's brand new. So they've actually replaced the old headstones with the new ones. That's very interesting. It's the first time I've seen that. Anyway, so this is the old Hopewell Church here in Alafia, Florida, from the early 1900s, and the cemetery that goes along with it.